Welcome back everyone. I am Roshan Balwani from IIHM Jaipur and today we are excited to witness our dream chef Chef Ranveer Brar having interaction with Mr. Abdullah where he speaks about YCO, its importance to the youth, how technology amalgamate with the art of hospitality. Let us see what he has to say.
Chef Olympiad. Even in the lockdown, YCO did not stop and it carried on online. So, what do you have to say about this transformation of technology that YCO has, taken?
No, I think it's important that we start integrating technology in what we do. I always say earlier you had food tech, but then food was a different team, tech was a different team. Today it's all one and the same. So I think it's important to integrate technology into whatever we do. And last year was a quantum leap for all of us to understand in the pandemic times how to actually not just use technology for entertainment or social media, but to genuinely get work done. And when I saw what Young Chef Olympia did last year, you genuinely got work done, but not just in one country, right? In 50 plus countries, you were getting work done, and you were creating an event. For me, it was a true example of what technology can be used for. And I'm so glad to see that we've taken those technological learnings and then implemented it in an offline event as we're doing it this year. I think this is the best of both worlds.
Fantastic. Young Chef Olympiad is about the youth of the world, and just below when you were addressing our students, you said something very interesting about following the process. Well, through this medium, we want you to share, your views to the students of hospitality, not only in IIHM but around the world, about what you just said about the process and tips that they should take back home for success or possibly for achieving things in life.
Well, I always say trust the process. Sometimes what happens is we live in a world where end results are celebrated way more than processes. People celebrate the goal. They don't celebrate 100 hours of training that went behind that one kick that got that goal, or years of painstaking labor. So I think it's important to trust the process, and it's very important for students today, who live in a very marketing-driven world, and rightfully so. I mean, that is the way of the world. But to believe that there is also a process behind it. Every result is not an accident, right? And once you start doing that, then you trust where you are, you trust who's teaching you, you trust what's being taught, you trust the industry when you get into the industry, you trust your belief, you trust your self-belief. Doubts creep in, doubts don't creep in, they creep in way lesser. And in the end, you achieve a lot more. And I think that is what I was trying to sort of speak about.
Fabulous. A lot of people, in fact, the entire world sees Chef Ranveer as Chef Ranveer, the Ranveer Brar, right? But what you don't know is that behind the scenes, what Chef has done to reach this level is something that you all need to know. So from your college life, there were incidents where you shared, where you used to go and work in the night, in making kebabs and helping these guys because of the love of your food, not because you wanted to, but just because you wanted to experience food. And in Lucknow, when you used to go after college hours and you used to in the night, stand and do these experiments of in the restaurants by making kebabs and interacting with the guests while you were in college. And I think that's one story that all the people should know about, because it's not about just success, it's about a lot of hard work. I mean, why don't you share that story to the audiences?
I think enough has been spoken about it. मैं अपने मुंह मियाँ मिट्ठू नहीं बनूँगा. But मैं ये ज़रूर कहूँगा कि I've believed that when you're doing, and it's a little tricky, it's a word sort of a play, but when you're doing what everybody is doing, when everybody is doing it, then that's not a measure of success. what you're doing when everybody is not doing it. That is a measure of success. अगर सब पढ़ रहे हैं आप भी साथ में पढ़ रहे हो, वो तो वो बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट है. अगर आप तब पढ़ रहे हो जब कोई नहीं पढ़ रहा है, सक्सेस वहां से शुरू होता है, राइट? सो यू नो व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, when you're doing what everybody is doing when everybody is doing it is not a measure of success. So I think, I always say it is about how inquisitive we are as individuals, how much we believe in detail, how much we believe in celebrating detail, how much do we go back to when everybody thinks the job's done, how much do we go back to and derive out of it for our life, is what really eventually determines what our life story is going to be. And I think our life stories should be for others to say. You've lived it, so I don't want to sort of speak about my life story, but I definitely want to say
Thank you, ground team, and stay tuned for the further updates.